Okay, the Senate hearings were a joke. The UAP Senate hearings with Kirsten Gillibrand and Senator Ernst, and of course the lovely Sean Kirkpatrick. Total joke, total waste of time. Didn't get any further down the conversation of what UAP are and how we should deal with them. And indeed, it seemed to obfuscate the phenomenon itself and slow down the study of the phenomenon. And, one Senator Ernst was even trying to pin it on Chinese and Russian drones. And Kirkpatrick actually played along with that. So clearly we're not going to get anywhere with those guys leading the charge. But fear not, because there is going to be a new UAP hearing, this time in the House of Representatives. That's right, Senate failed us, but now we are going to the House. And Representative Burchett has recently made some comments about it. So let's check that out. Get in here. Let's talk about it. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, so Tim Burchett has been a really outspoken person about all this. Probably the most outspoken. He's a little outspoken, but he is the most outspoken person in Congress on the UFO UAP issue. And he's willing to call out other congresspeople, even on his own side of the aisle, saying that people on both sides of the aisle have been compromised. Those are his words, compromised on the UAP issue. And that seems to impugn people like Marco Rubio, who is on his side of the aisle, as well as Kirsten Gillibrand on the other side of the aisle. So, so really interesting that he is willing to go against fellow congresspeople on the same side of the aisle over such a fringe topic as the UFO issue. So I really respect him for that and appreciate that, and appreciate his calling out what is happening in Congress, because it is certainly clear to me from the questions that Kirsten Gillibrand and Senator Ernst asked Sean Kirkpatrick that they weren't really trying to get the truth out to the American people. And, where were the pilots testifying? Where was Lou Elizondo? So people had some questions for Timothy Burchett, and I will get to his actual quote in just a second. But there were some additional comments. So here's somebody saying, I got to speak with Representative Tim Burchett today about UAP. My question, can you elaborate on your efforts to lead a UAP-related hearing with the House Oversight Committee in June, and if you have considered requesting the director of ATIP, Lou Elizondo, to testify, in addition to pilots and other military personnel who have encountered UAP? Congressman Burchett's full response: yeah, Luis is a buddy of mine. I didn't know that. You may or may not know that, he says. I did not. He's a very good friend of mine. And right now, we're sort of in negotiations with the speaker. So from here, we can go to the audio clip of him talking. They didn't hit record fast enough, so I've read you what he said leading up to the audio, when he was talking about Lou is a good buddy of his, which is really interesting, and I did not know that. So here is what Tim Burchett had to say.
Lewis is a buddy of mine. You may or may not know that. He's a very good friend of mine, and right now we're sort of in negotiations with the speaker. He's told me, and Chairman Comer has both told me that we will have hearings on this, because they agree with me that it has been a cover-up. And I think in the first meeting it'd be very important that we have the pilots in there and just let them talk, because they have we've given them this opportunity, so it won't put a blemish on their record. And so that's where we're going to be heading first, I think, and there'll probably be a series.
Okay, so that's huge, right? We're actually getting the pilots to talk. Where were they in the other hearings, right? Where were they with Bray and Moultrie? Why didn't the pilots get up and testify in the first UAP hearing with the UAP task force? Why didn't they get up to testify with Sean Kirkpatrick in the second hearing with the Arrow? What is the deal with not letting the people, the credible people that we have, who are confirmed with having these interactions, come forward to talk about this? What is the rationale there, I wonder? Because there must be a rationale, right? Well, Tim Burchett is saying it's a cover-up. He has said this before. And there seems to be. So let's hear what else he has to say.
It will be international news, I suspect. And because we have, we've got these sightings, and they're in military installations, and we've had, as of last count, officially, we've had over 13 near misses with our aircraft, and have something in our airspace that we do not control, and we do not know where it's from, whether foreign or elsewhere. It is, to me, is very telling. And the fact that this country has continued to not trust its people and not put out the truth when they do have the truth, to me is kind of scary. So yeah, we're going to keep pushing it, and I'm not going to give up on it until they run me out of here. But I really do appreciate that. Oddly enough, that's probably one of the things I get the most flack over. But if you poll the populace, it polls pretty high. So it's across the board too. People don't trust the government. They like to know what's going on with this thing, because it's past the stage of being a phenomenon. It's actually it's just well known. We have physicists and scientists and Navy pilots and Air Force pilots who swear they've encountered something. So yeah, we're going to get on it. And I thank you for that question.
Past the stage of it being a phenomenon. Interesting. Boom, there you go. Tim Burchett has spoken. We are going to get more UFO, UAP hearings, this time in the House of Representatives with the House Oversight Committee. So that is really fascinating that is where it is going. We have different elements of Congress kind of fighting each other over this and wrangling with each other over this. The Senate is trying to block any forward progress, seemingly. I mean, who knows? Maybe Kirsten Gillibrand and Ernst had some reason for softballing Sean Kirkpatrick. Some people want to say, hey, they've got the long view in mind, and they've got some sort of game plan or something they're working toward. And, who knows? I don't have all the answers. It's possible, it's conceivable, it's theoretically possible that maybe that's true. I don't see that happening. I don't see how not asking Sean Kirkpatrick any substantial questions furthered the conversation or brought us any closer to understanding the phenomenon or raising public awareness to the phenomenon. So I see that hearing as nothing but more lies and obfuscation. So will we get more of the truth from the House of Representatives? Well, it looks like Tim Burchett is really on this. He's really committed to furthering the conversation on this and getting some answers, and if nothing else, getting some vestige of the truth out to the American people. So we are going to have pilots coming out testifying for the first time openly in a public setting like this, in Congress, I should say. So that is amazing. That is great news for advocates of disclosure. We're going to have these highly credible people who, are backed up by, videos and, some sensor data and a few things that have come out. Not enough. We really need as much as we can get on all of those interactions. All of the sensor data, all of the videos, all of that should become part of the public domain. They can scrub the little, the little numbers on the side or whatever, as they did with the video they released at the Sean Kirkpatrick hearing of the sphere going over the battlefield. that few second video, they blurred the stuff out on the bottom of the sides with the numbers and stuff. They don't want us knowing their exact coordinates and capabilities, and that's fine. But release the actual footage. Just blur out the stuff that is classified. So I respect that. But yeah, release all of those videos. We should have every single video ever made, more or less. I mean, there might be one or two where they have some justifiable reason for withholding that, but almost all of those videos should be shown to the public. This is important. This is important stuff, and we have a right to know. We deserve to know. We are not ruled by the government. The government, they are our representatives. They represent us. We did not get them to represent us, to lie to us, to withhold the truth from us, and then to blindly trust that they're doing that for our own good. Well, I've seen enough of the government to know that they don't always act for our good. And they are sometimes motivated by other interests. So this all needs to come out to the public, and it looks like Tim Burchett may be the guy to do it. So you go, Tim Burchett. I hope you get Lou out there talking about this in the House of Representatives, as well as Ryan Graves and Commander Fravor and all those guys. Likely many people that we have never heard about. Hopefully with some video that they can force Sean Kirkpatrick to release to them. So, yeah, and with as much sensor data and all that kind of stuff as they can get. Because we know they've been briefed on this. We know they have the information. This has gone straight to Congress. So we know they have the goods. So release it already. Okay, those are my thoughts on it. I think this is great news. I can't wait for June in the House of Representatives hearing on UAP. This is going to be amazing. Fingers crossed. This is going to be really something. What do you think, guys? Is this going to further the conversation? Is this going to be the next big thing in ufology? Or is it going to be a total nothing burger like everything else so far? More or less. I mean, there have been some nuggets. There really have been some juicy golden nuggets like 2017 and various others. The pyramid video and the orb going into the water. Those videos released by Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp. So there's been some good stuff, but a lot of nothing burgers. Maybe this will be really mind-blowing and amazing and really further the conversation in a truly productive and public way. That's my hope. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are below. And of course, check out some of my other videos. Until next time, this is Jack with Cosmic Road signing out.